All right. Are you ready to unlock your inner financial badass?
I think so.
I'm ready. We're going deep today into Jen Sincero's You Are a Badass at Making Money. A book that I have a feeling a lot of you are very familiar with. And I think that you're ready to really transform your relationship with money, huh?
Absolutely. And this isn't just about learning budgeting tricks or anything like that.
Right.
We are going to explore how our mindsets, shape our financial reality.
Yes.
And get ready to challenge some deeply ingrained beliefs about wealth.
Yeah. It's so interesting how many of us, I think, struggle with money, not because of a lack of effort,
Right.
but because of these hidden mental blocks
Yeah.
that Sincero really dives into. So let's unpack chapter 1,
Okay.
which is allowance.
Yeah.
She kicks things off with this hilarious story about a friend who is just drowning in owl gifts.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, owl clocks and the owl pot holders and the
Yeah.
owl soap on a rope.
Owl soap on a rope.
Yes. Sincero uses this anecdote, to show how we often accept what others think we should want.
Right.
Especially when it comes to wealth. We end up kind of living someone else's script instead of writing our own.
That is so true. And that's where giving ourselves, quote, allowance comes in.
Right.
Not an allowance from our parents.
Right.
But an allowance to actually define wealth
Yeah.
on our own terms. So I want to turn this over to you
Okay.
and to our listeners.
Yeah.
What does rich truly mean to you?
Yeah.
Is it about yachts and mansions, or is it about...
I know for me,
Yeah.
it's not about the yachts and mansions.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I don't think I'd even want a yacht, to be honest.
No.
That just sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. A lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But having, the freedom to pursue my passions and live a life that feels authentic,
Right.
to me, that's what being rich means.
Yeah. And Sincero really challenges us to dig deep and uncover what truly resonates with us when it comes to money. To tune into our intuition
Yeah.
and really discern what we genuinely desire rather than blindly following societal expectations or family pressures.
Absolutely.
It makes so much sense, right?
Yeah.
If we're constantly trying to fit into someone else's definition of success,
Yeah.
we're never going to feel truly fulfilled even if we achieve it.
Exactly.
So how do we start uncovering these hidden beliefs that might be holding us back
Yeah.
from that authentic self?
Well, that's where chapter 2 comes in. Why you ain't rolling in the cheddar. Yeah. I love that title. Such a good title. So good. Sincero dives into the power of our subconscious minds,
Okay.
revealing how those deeply ingrained beliefs, often formed in childhood, can actually sabotage our financial success,
Oh, wow.
even if we consciously desire wealth.
So it's like having a faulty program running in the background of our computer,
Yeah, exactly.
messing everything up without us even realizing it.
Exactly, yeah. And those programs are our money stories.
Oh,
The narratives we tell ourselves about wealth. Maybe you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy.
right.
Those beliefs can become so deeply ingrained,
Yeah.
creating this blueprint for financial scarcity,
Right?
even if you're working hard and making, really smart choices.
That's a bit scary to think about, right?
It is a little bit.
Our subconscious minds might be running the show without us even realizing it.
Yeah. It's like we're driving the car, but
Yeah.
we're not really in control.
Yeah. But how do we even begin to identify and rewrite those stories?
Well, that's where this tiny but mighty chapter 2A comes in, a tiny but mighty chapter about universal intelligence.
Okay.
And Sincero introduces this concept of universal intelligence,
Wow.
an ever-present force
Okay.
that responds to our thoughts and beliefs, shaping our reality. Think of it like gravity.
Yep.
It's always there, always working, whether we understand it or not.
So if we're constantly thinking about lack and scarcity, we're actually sending a message to the universe to create more of that in our lives.
Yeah, precisely. What we focus on expands.
Wow.
Sincero calls this the outgoing thought. Our thoughts are like orders placed with this universal intelligence.
Okay.
And just like ordering something on Amazon.
Yeah,
If you
right.
keep clicking buy now on debt and struggle,
Yeah.
guess what shows up at your door?
Dead and struggle, yeah.
More of it.
That's a really powerful image.
It is.
So we need to start being more mindful of our thoughts and consciously choose thoughts that align with wealth and abundance.
Yes, absolutely. It's about aligning our energy with what we desire. Think of it like tuning into a radio station.
Okay.
If you want to listen to jazz music, you don't just sit there and wish for jazz music to play, right?
Right.
You tune your radio dial to the jazz frequency.
Right.
Same with money. We have to tune our energy to the frequency of abundance.
So how do we actually do that?
Yeah, well...
I'm ready. Let's get into it. That's where chapter 3 comes in, right?
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Yeah, show me the money.
Yeah.
Dives into the concept of manifesting money through conscious thought and aligning our energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about understanding that our thoughts trigger emotions.
Okay.
Emotions lead to actions, and actions create tangible results.
Okay.
So if you want to manifest more money,
Okay.
you need to start by thinking about money in a way that feels good, that excites you,
Right.
that makes you believe it's possible.
I love that. It all ties back to what we talked about in chapter 1.
Yes.
We have to give ourselves permission
Yeah.
to believe in our ability to attract wealth
Yeah.
and to define what wealth truly means for us.
Absolutely.
So true.
Yeah.
It's about cultivating that mindset of abundance,
Yes.
believing that there's more than enough to go around and that we are worthy and deserving of receiving it.
Love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Remember, opportunity is often in the eye of the beholder. It's not just about wishing for more money.
Right.
It's about choosing to see the abundance that's already present.
Yes.
And recognizing the potential for wealth in everything around us.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about giving ourselves permission to be rich.
Yes.
We've talked about the power of our subconscious beliefs,
Yeah.
universal intelligence, and the importance of aligning our energy with abundance. Where do we go from here?
I'm ready. Tell me.
Okay, I love it. Well, chapter 4, Money, Your New BFF,
Okay.
challenges us to change our perspective on money itself.
Yeah.
Sincero argues that money is actually neutral.
It is.
It's a tool, a resource,
Yeah.
an energy.
Yeah.
It takes on the meaning that we give it.
Exactly.
Think about the difference in feeling between money you earn through hard work and money you might receive through, say, an inheritance
Oh, yeah.
or even winning the lottery. Like, there's a different energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So are you saying that money itself doesn't have any inherent good or bad qualities?
It doesn't.
It's all about how we view it and the energy we associate with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine someone gives you a brand new shiny hammer.
Okay.
Is that hammer good or bad?
It depends what you do with it. Right.
Exactly. It depends on what you do with it, right?
Yeah.
You can use it to build something beautiful, or you can use it to destroy something.
Right. Right.
You know, it's the same with money.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So if we want to attract more money and feel good about it, we need to shift our energy toward abundance, gratitude, and excitement about the possibilities it can bring.
Exactly. It's about creating a positive, welcoming space for money to flow into our lives rather than viewing it as something to be feared or resented.
So true. And remember, money flows to us through other people, but it ultimately comes from universal intelligence.
It does, yeah.
This makes me think of, you know, that whole manifesting your soulmate idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about trying to force a specific person into your life.
Right, right.
It's about becoming the kind of person
Yeah.
who attracts a loving, healthy relationship.
Exactly.
Is that a similar concept with money?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on trying to manipulate or control specific people or situations to get money,
Right.
we need to focus on aligning our own energy
Okay.
with the abundance that we desire.
Got it.
And when we do that, we become a magnet for the resources and opportunities that align with our goals.
I love that. So we've covered the power of our thoughts and beliefs, aligning our energy, and shifting our perspective on money itself. Now in chapter 5,
Okay.
time to own your shit.
Oh, good one.
Sincero gets personal and shares her experience of overcoming a major financial fear
Yeah.
by investing in an expensive coaching program. What's the main takeaway here for our listeners?
This chapter is all about action.
It's about pushing past those comfort zones and unearthing those deep-seated beliefs that might be holding us back. And Sincero realized that she had a subconscious belief that if she became successful, it would somehow hurt or abandon her father.
Wow. So even though she consciously wanted to be successful, this subconscious belief was creating a block.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
And that can happen to us as well, right?
Right. But how do we even know what those hidden beliefs are?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're hidden after all.
They are, which is why Sincero encourages us to, quote, bum rush our fears.
I love that.
I know, by taking massive action towards our goals.
Okay.
Often it's in the doing. It's in that facing of those fears that the hidden beliefs reveal themselves.
Okay, so like if we're afraid to ask for a raise or start that business or invest in that course, maybe it's not just about the practical risks involved.
Right.
Maybe there's a deeper fear lurking beneath the surface.
Absolutely. Yeah. And once we identify that fear, we can start to challenge it, and rewrite the belief that's driving it. Sincero also emphasizes the importance of, being mindful of the language we use about money.
Right. She says, watch your mouth.
Yes. Watch your mouth.
So instead of saying things like, I can't afford it or money is evil, we need to start using phrases that support our financial goals, like what I'm attracting abundance.
Yeah, I'm attracting abundance.
Or money is a tool for good. Does that really make a difference?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember, our words have power.
That's true.
They do. They reinforce our beliefs, and our beliefs shape our reality.
Powerful stuff. It's about creating a positive and abundant internal dialogue that aligns with the financial reality we desire.
Totally.
Okay. So we've learned about the power of action and the importance of watching our language. Now, Chapter 6, The Big Snooze, takes a hilarious turn with a story about goats breaking into Sincero's house. I love this story.
Causing utter chaos. What is the connection to our finances?
Okay, well, those goats represent our goaty tendencies with money.
Okay.
Those ingrained habits and patterns that sabotage our success. Maybe we overspend, or we avoid dealing with bills, or we, make impulsive financial decisions. It's about becoming aware of those patterns and understanding how they might be holding us back.
I have to admit, I definitely have some goaty tendencies myself.
Me too.
But what can we do about it? Are we just doomed to repeat those patterns forever?
No, not at all. Sincero emphasizes the importance of aligning with our truest selves, understanding our natural strengths and weaknesses, and finding ways to work with them rather than fighting against them. It's about creating systems and structures that support our financial goals, even if those systems look different from what society deems as normal,
Okay, so for example, if I know that I tend to overspend when I'm feeling stressed or emotional, maybe I need to create a budget that allows for some fun money, but also has safeguards in place to prevent me from going overboard.
Exactly. Yeah. It's about finding what works for you and creating a system that supports your unique needs and tendencies. And Chapter 7, Money on Autopilot, explores this even further. With this amusing anecdote about Sincero's mother discovering the meaning of a certain 4-letter word.
Remind me about that one. What was the word again? I can't remember.
Let's just say it was a word that her very proper, politically active mother would never intentionally use. Sincero uses this story to illustrate how our subconscious beliefs can operate without us even realizing it. It influencing our thoughts, our words, our actions in surprising ways.
So it's like we might think we're in control, but there's this whole other level operating beneath the surface, shaping our reality.
Exactly.
That's kind of unsettling.
It is.
But also fascinating.
It is, yeah. And that's why awareness is key. Sincero reminds us the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that we don't consciously reject, we unconsciously accept.
Wow, that is powerful.
It is. We need to be intentional about what we're allowing into our minds. Because those thoughts and beliefs become the blueprint for our reality.
So how do we start to become more aware of those subconscious beliefs and patterns? Sincero offers some more busting yourself tips in this chapter, right? Give us the goods.
Okay, so first, she suggests writing down our top 10 money mantras. Those phrases we habitually say about money that reflect our current financial reality. It's about becoming aware of the negative self-talk that might be holding us back.
So it's like taking inventory of our internal dialogue about money.
Yes, exactly.
I'm curious, what are some of the money mantras that you hear people say all the time?
Oh my gosh, so many.
Yeah.
Money is the root of all evil. I'll never be rich. I'm bad with money. Rich people are all jerks.
Wow, right.
These phrases, even if we say them jokingly, can reinforce a belief system that keeps us stuck in a cycle of financial scarcity.
Okay, so once we identify those negative money mantras, what do we do with them?
Okay.
Just try to ignore them.
Well, Sincero suggests replacing them with empowering affirmations that support our financial goals.
Okay.
So, for example, instead of "I'm bad with money," you could say, "I'm learning to manage my money effectively." Or instead of, "I'll never be rich," you could say, "I am attracting abundance into my life."
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like retraining our minds to focus on the positive and to believe in our ability to create wealth. And Sincero has another powerful exercise in this chapter, too. She suggests having an us talk with money.
I love this one.
By writing a letter to money, as if it were a person. What's the purpose of that?
Okay, it can be a love letter if you want it to be.
Yeah.
But it's really about uncovering our true feelings and beliefs about money. We often have a lot of unprocessed emotions and experiences tied to money. And this exercise helps us to bring those to the surface so we can start to heal and transform our relationship with it. It's about acknowledging the role that money plays in our lives, both positive and negative, and starting to create a more conscious and intentional relationship with it.
I love that. It's like therapy for our finances.
It is, yeah.
This is definitely an exercise I'm going to try.
I do it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
We're making great progress through this book. What's next on our deep dive?
All right, so Chapter 8, The High Frequency Chick, dives into the importance of...
Oh, I love this chapter.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah.
Raising our energy and aligning ourselves with the frequency of abundance.
Okay.
It's about understanding that our thoughts and emotions have a vibration.
Okay.
And that attracts like.
Okay. So if we're constantly vibrating
Yeah.
at a low frequency of fear, lack, and scarcity,
Yeah.
we're going to attract more of that into our lives.
Yes, you got it.
But if we can raise our frequency to one of joy, gratitude, abundance,
Yeah.
we'll start to attract more of those things.
Yes, exactly.
So how do we actually raise our frequency? Is it just about thinking positive thoughts?
It's about cultivating positive emotions, embracing gratitude,
Right.
and believing that what we desire is not only possible, but already on its way.
Okay.
Remember the story of Jim Carrey writing himself that $10 million check?
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Such a good one.
Yeah, he visualized himself receiving that money.
Yeah.
And eventually, it manifested in his reality.
Exactly.
It's about believing in our dreams before they manifest.
Yeah.
And aligning our energy with that belief.
So it's not just about wishing for something to happen. It's about feeling the emotions associated with having it as if it's already ours.
Exactly.
Okay. And that can be challenging, especially when our current reality feels very different from what we desire.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you saying we have to pretend to be rich?
No, I don't think.
Even if we're not?
I don't think it's about pretending.
Okay.
I think it's more about choosing to focus on the positive.
Okay.
Believe in our potential and act in ways that align with the reality we want to create.
I love that.
It's about choosing faith over fear.
Yes.
Abundance over scarcity, and possibility over limitation.
I'm feeling very inspired, but I have to admit, it can feel a little overwhelming.
It can.
Where do we even begin?
Okay, so Chapter 9, moving on up, offers some really practical tips.
Okay. For upgrading our environments
To support our financial goals.
Okay.
And it's about recognizing that our surroundings have a really powerful impact on our thoughts, our beliefs, our behavior.
So if we're constantly surrounded by clutter, chaos, and negativity, it's going to be harder to cultivate
It is,
a mindset of abundance and success.
Yeah. Sincero emphasizes the importance of creating a space that inspires and uplifts us. That might mean, decluttering our homes and workspaces, adding plants or artwork that we love, or even just making our beds every morning.
Those are all great tips.
Yeah.
I definitely need to work on decluttering my desk.
Me too.
But what about the people we surround ourselves with?
Oh, that is a crucial point. So Sincero talks about how the average income of the 5 people I spend the most time with often mirrors our own.
Wow, that's interesting.
It is.
So it's not about abandoning our loved ones if they're not on the same financial path.
Right.
But it is about being mindful of the energy that we're exposing ourselves to.
Absolutely.
So it's about seeking out mentors, connecting with people who inspire us, and surrounding ourselves with individuals who are aligned with our financial goals and aspirations.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has been such an insightful deep dive so far.
It have been good.
We've covered so much ground already, and I'm eager to hear what's next.
Stay tuned. I'm excited.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
We'll be right back after a short break.
Okay.
Welcome back to our deep dive into You Are a Badass at Making Money.
Hmm.
In part 1, we uncovered those sneaky mental blocks and started rewriting our money stories.
Yeah.
But how do we actually start manifesting the abundance we desire?
Okay, this is where things get really exciting. So, chapter 10, and now a word from my accountant, is all about taking practical steps to manage our finances and shift from this fear-based mindset to one of empowerment.
I love that. Sincero starts off with a very relatable story, right?
Yeah.
About avoiding dealing with an injured toe.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, when you just want to bury your head in the sand when things get uncomfortable,
Yes.
especially when it comes to money.
Yes, absolutely. It's so true. But you know what? Sincero encourages us to shift from playing not to lose to playing to win.
Okay, love that.
So instead of focusing on potential losses or fearing financial mistakes, we need to embrace this mindset of abundance and possibility.
Practically speaking, what does that look like?
Okay. Well, Sincero suggests exploring different paths to financial growth.
Okay.
It's not just about finding a high-paying job, although that can certainly be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about starting a business,
Okay.
expanding an existing business,
Mm-hmm.
negotiating a raise,
Okay.
finding a new job
Okay.
that aligns with our values and goals, and even investing wisely.
That's so empowering.
Yeah.
Like, it's a reminder that there are multiple avenues
Are.
to achieve financial success.
Yes.
It's important to find the path that resonates most
Yes.
with our skills, interests, and passions.
Totally. And it's about recognizing that we don't have to figure it all out on our own.
Right.
Sincero emphasizes the importance of seeking professional guidance
Mm-hmm.
from financial experts, whether that's an accountant,
Right.
a financial planner,
Mm-hmm.
or a business coach. It's about building a team of people
Right.
who can support us on our financial journey.
I love that. We don't have to become financial wizards overnight.
No, not at all.
We can tap into the expertise of others to help us navigate this sometimes complex world of money.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're starting to take action. We're building our dream team. What's next?
So, chapter 11, Your Inner Wealth, dives into the importance of cultivating our inner worthiness and self-love. Sincero uses this example of Prince getting booed off stage.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Early in his career to illustrate how fear can hold us back from fully expressing ourselves,
Wow.
especially when it comes to, pursuing financial success.
It's a reminder that rejection and setbacks are part of the journey.
They are.
And it's important to not let them define us or discourage us from pursuing our dreams.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's where inner wealth comes in.
Okay.
It's about recognizing our inherent worthiness,
Yes.
cultivating self-love, and understanding the power of our thoughts and beliefs.
So how do we actually cultivate inner wealth? Sincero offers some practices in this chapter, right?
She does. She starts with meditation.
Okay.
It's about quieting the mind, connecting with our inner wisdom,
Right.
and tapping into that peace and stillness that resides within us.
Meditation can feel a little intimidating for beginners, but Sincero makes it seem so accessible.
Yeah.
She emphasizes that it doesn't have to be complicated, right?
Not at all.
Even just 5 minutes a day
Yes. Yeah.
can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. It's about finding a practice that works for you and making it a consistent part of your routine.
Okay, and speaking of practices,
Yes.
Sincero also highlights the power of affirmations, right?
Yes, she does.
So it's about consciously choosing the thoughts we want to cultivate
Right.
and replacing negative self-talk with empowering statements
Yes.
that align with our desires. So for example, if I catch myself thinking, I'm not good enough to be successful, I could replace that thought with, I am capable, confident, and worthy of achieving my goals.
Yes, exactly. It's about retraining our minds to focus on the positive and to believe in our potential.
Okay.
And remember, it's not about denying our challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the thoughts and beliefs that empower us and support our growth. That makes sense. It's like choosing to water the flowers instead of the weeds in our mental garden. Yeah. What other practices does Sincero recommend?
Okay, so she also talks about boosting our confidence through our body language.
Okay.
So standing tall, taking up space,
Right.
making eye contact, these small shifts
Right.
can have a really powerful impact on how we feel about ourselves.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It's like tricking our minds into feeling more confident
Yes.
by acting as if we already are.
Exactly.
Kind of silly, but it actually works.
It really does. And Sincero reminds us that confidence is a muscle that we can strengthen through practice.
I love
The
that.
more we step outside of our comfort zones and take action, the more confident we become.
Right. And then there's forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yeah.
Releasing resentment and negativity towards ourselves and others so that we can free up mental and emotional space for abundance.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's so important. Holding on to anger and resentment is like carrying around all this heavy baggage.
It is. It weighs us down.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is about choosing to let go of the past and to move forward with a lighter heart.
So important.
Yeah.
And finally,
Gratitude.
gratitude.
Appreciating what we already have. Recognizing the abundance that's present in our lives and focusing on the good, even in the midst of challenges.
Gratitude is such a powerful practice.
It is.
And it's something that we can all do, regardless of our financial situation.
Absolutely.
It's about shifting our perspective from lack to abundance.
Yes.
And recognizing the blessings in our lives,
Yeah.
both big and small.
And when we cultivate an attitude of gratitude, we raise our frequency
Right.
and attract more of what we want into our lives.
Okay, we've covered meditation, affirmations, confidence, forgiveness, and gratitude. It's a lot of powerful practices.
It is a lot.
How do we know which ones to focus on?
You know, I think it's about finding what resonates with us
Yeah.
and incorporating these practices into our lives in a way that feels authentic and sustainable.
Right.
You know, it's not about trying to do everything at once. It's about choosing one or two practices that feel aligned with our current needs and goals
Okay.
and making them a consistent part of our routine.
I love that. It's about finding what works for you.
Yes.
And creating a self-care practice that supports your overall well-being, including your financial well-being.
Totally. And chapter 12, The Money Magnet, shifts gears a little bit.
Okay.
And it tells the story of Sincero's friend
Okay.
who built a multi-million-dollar business
Oh.
despite facing challenges and setbacks. She calls her friend the zombie next door.
That's such a great nickname. What's the story behind that?
Okay. So this friend, a woman in a very male-dominated industry, started her business from scratch,
Okay.
invested her entire life savings, and faced a lot of skepticism and doubt along the way.
Right.
But she was incredibly tenacious, resilient,
Wow.
and eventually built a thriving company.
Wow.
She became known as the zombie next door because she just kept going,
Yeah.
no matter what obstacle she encountered.
That's so inspiring.
Yeah.
What are some of the key mindset pieces that helped her succeed?
Okay, well, first and foremost, she had a strong and clear why, you know, driving her ambition. She was so passionate about her work
Right.
and had a deep, compelling reason for wanting to succeed. And it wasn't just about the money.
Right.
You know, it was about making a difference, pursuing her passion,
Right.
and creating something truly meaningful.
It's like if we're not truly passionate about what we're doing,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot harder to stay motivated
Way harder. Yeah.
and persevere through those challenges.
Exactly. And the zombie next door also had a strong commitment to personal growth and spiritual practice. She was constantly seeking
Right.
knowledge, inspiration, and support from others. She read books, attended seminars,
Okay.
and surrounded herself with people who believed in her vision.
It's a reminder that growth is an ongoing process.
Absolutely.
We need to continuously invest in ourselves and our mindset
We do.
if we want to achieve lasting success. It's not about reaching a certain point and then stopping. It's about embracing lifelong learning
Yes.
and constantly striving
Yes.
to become the best version of ourselves.
Exactly. And she also did her homework.
Okay.
She diligently researched her industry, her
Right.
target market, her competition. You know, she was willing to put in the time and effort
Right.
to understand the market
Right.
and develop a clear strategy for success.
It's about being prepared,
It is, yeah.
doing the research, and not just jumping into something blindly.
Oh, yeah.
Making informed decisions and having a clear plan in place.
Absolutely. And finally, she wasn't afraid to ask for help.
Go.
You know, she sought guidance and support from mentors, coaches, other successful entrepreneurs.
Right. It's about recognizing that we don't have to go it alone.
We don't know.
There are people out there who have already achieved what we want to achieve, and they can offer invaluable insights, guidance, and support.
Totally.
It's about being humble enough to ask for help and to learn from others who have walked the path before us.
Absolutely.
Wow, we've explored the importance of having a strong why.
Yes.
Committing to personal growth.
Yeah.
Doing our homework and seeking guidance from mentors.
Yeah.
These are all powerful principles that can help us become money magnets in our own right. Now, chapter 13.
Okay.
Change Loves Company brings us full circle and reflects on the transformative power of mastering our money mindset.
Yes.
Sincero shares a story about revisiting her childhood neighborhood and noticing how her perspective had changed over time, right? Drawing this parallel to how our perceptions of money can evolve as we grow and change.
It's a reminder that what once seemed impossible or overwhelming can become achievable and even exciting as we shift our beliefs and expand our awareness.
Mastering our money mindset isn't just about increasing our bank account balance.
No.
It's about becoming the kind of person
Yes.
who attracts abundance naturally,
Yep.
effortlessly, and joyfully, not because we're chasing it,
Right.
but because we're aligned with our true selves.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's about embodying the energy of wealth and allowing it to flow into our lives in all forms.
Totally.
It's about aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the financial reality we desire and trusting that the universe will support us every step of the way.
It will.
It's about recognizing that we are worthy and deserving of abundance and that we have the power to create the financial future we desire.
Absolutely.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far. We've explored Sincero's key principles, strategies, and practical tips for mastering our money mindset and creating a life of abundance.
Yeah.
There's still so much more to uncover.
I know. I'm excited.
So stay tuned.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
And we are back for our final part of this deep dive into you are a badass at making money.
So good.
It feels like we've already uncovered so many powerful insights
We have,
about money mindset, abundance, and really stepping into our power.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey in parts 1 and 2. We talked about giving ourselves permission to be rich, the power of universal intelligence, subconscious beliefs, and even those pesky goatee tendencies.
Yes, our goatee tendencies.
Yes.
We also explored some really practical tips like rewriting those limiting money stories.
Yes, upgrading our environments to support our goals, and even the importance of building a financial dream team with experts who can guide us.
So good.
And now in this final part, I kind of want to zoom out a little bit and focus on the bigger picture here. Mastering our money mindset is about so much more than just increasing our bank account balance, right? It's about personal growth, self-discovery, and reaching our full potential as human beings.
Yeah, I love that perspective. You know, Sincero constantly reminds us that the journey to financial abundance is kind of interwoven with our journey of self-transformation. It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts wealth naturally, effortlessly, joyfully, not because we're chasing it, but because we're aligned with our true selves.
Yes, and Sincero really challenges us to embrace our unique talents and passions, to find work that lights us up, and create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Because when we're in alignment with our purpose, when we're sharing our gifts with the world, abundance flows into our lives in all forms, including financial abundance.
Absolutely.
Like when you're doing what you love, the energy just flows and things seem to fall into place more easily. But what about when things get tough, right? How do we maintain that sense of abundance and possibility when we're facing challenges and setbacks?
Well, Sincero emphasizes the importance of cultivating a mindset of gratitude and generosity. Remember, the more we give, the more we receive.
Powerful.
It's about shifting our focus from scarcity to abundance, believing there's more than enough to go around, and being willing to share our resources with others.
So it's not about hoarding money or being afraid to spend it. It's about using our resources to make a positive impact in the world and trusting that the more we give,
Yeah,
the more we'll receive in return.
exactly.
I love that.
Sincero encourages us to practice random acts of kindness,
Okay.
to donate to causes we believe in,
Mm.
and just find ways to make a difference in the world.
Yes.
Because when we focus on giving,
Mm-hmm.
we raise our frequency,
Okay.
we attract more abundance,
Right.
and we create this ripple effect of positivity.
That's beautiful. It's like we're all connected.
We are. Yeah.
And when we give freely and generously,
Mm,
we're contributing to this collective energy of abundance that benefits everyone.
I love that.
Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive into you are a badass at making money,
Yes.
let's talk about some practical steps we can take to integrate these principles
Okay.
into our daily lives. What are some things we can start doing today
That's a good question.
to shift our money mindset and create lasting change?
Well, Sincero suggests starting with a morning routine
Okay.
that sets us up for financial success.
Okay.
This could include meditating, visualizing our goals, reciting affirmations, or reading, inspiring books or articles. It's about aligning our energy with abundance
Right.
right from the start of our day.
I love that idea. Instead of
Okay.
hitting the snooze button and starting our day with
Right.
stress and overwhelm,
Yeah.
we can create a ritual that nourishes our minds and our bodies and our spirits and sets a positive tone for the hours ahead.
Exactly. And throughout the day, we can practice mindfulness. Sincero encourages us to, pay attention to our thoughts and emotions and to consciously choose thoughts that support our financial well-being. It's about catching ourselves when we slip into negative self-talk
Right.
or scarcity thinking and gently redirecting our thoughts towards abundance and possibility.
It's like having a mental bouncer who filters out the negative thoughts.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Only allows the positive and empowering ones
Yeah.
to enter our minds. What about when we do experience setbacks or challenges?
Yeah.
How do we stay motivated and keep our energy high when things aren't going our way?
Well, Sincero reminds us to celebrate our wins, both big and small.
Okay.
It's important to acknowledge our progress, give ourselves credit for the steps we're taking, and savor that feeling of accomplishment.
Okay.
Because when we celebrate our wins,
Yeah.
we reinforce the belief that we're capable of achieving our goals, and that creates a positive feedback loop that
Yeah.
keeps us moving forward.
That's a great reminder because sometimes we get so focused on what we haven't accomplished yet
Right. Yeah.
that we forget to celebrate how
Yeah.
far we've come.
Absolutely.
It's about acknowledging our wins and appreciating the journey, even when it's challenging.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also about remembering that mastering our money mindset is an ongoing process,
Right.
not a destination.
Yeah.
There will be times when we feel confident and abundant, and there will be times when we feel discouraged or doubtful. The key is to be patient with ourselves, to trust the process and keep moving forward,
Yes.
even if it's just one small step at a time.
So you are a badass at making money.
Yeah.
Isn't just a book that we read once
Oh,
and then put on a shelf.
Right.
It's a guidebook. It's a companion. It's a source of inspiration that
Yeah.
we can return to again and again
That is.
as we continue to evolve and grow on our financial journey.
Absolutely.
This has been such an incredible deep dive.
But it's been good.
And I feel like I've gained so much valuable knowledge and inspiration from you are a badass at making money.
It's such a good book.
It really is.
It's a classic for a reason.
It is.
Sincero's book offers such a wealth of wisdom and inspiration and practical guidance to support us on this journey.
Yeah.
It's about believing in ourselves,
Yes.
embracing our worthiness,
Right.
and taking inspired action aligned with our dreams.
I love that.
You are capable of creating the financial reality you desire. Believe in yourself, trust the process,
Yes.
and never give up on your dreams.
This has been The Deep Dive, guiding you toward a richer understanding of your source material. Until next time,
Yes.
keep diving deep
Yeah.
and keep expanding your world.
Bye, everyone.